our next topic, the process of voting in the 5 nominees for Best Foreign Film at the Academy Awards will drastically change. That really is big news for filmmakers around the world. We were joined by Jewish News One's correspondent Ron Jacobson. Good morning to you, Ron.
Good morning.
You don't own a wolf, do you?
No, I own a golden retriever.
Okay.
It's a blonde wolf.
You're one of the normal people. That's what I like to hear. Now, this is huge news for, I think, foreign filmmakers. What was the voting process before? How is it going to change?
It's first of all, it's so hard to explain. So concentrate.
I'm with you. Yes. Okay.
2 categories at the Oscars were voted only by the branches. There are different branches at the Academy for actors, directors. 2 branches, the documentary and the foreign language, were only voted by the specific branch and not by the whole body of the Academy.
Of the Academy.
So there's around
how many people, for example?
We're talking about around 250 people.
Right.
Those are the people that were nominated in the previous years for foreign language Oscars and other filmmakers who get to be in that branch. The problem with that was that in order to be eligible to vote, you had to see all the movies that were submitted. We're talking about 60, 70 movies every year. And until this year, they also had to go to the Academy and, make a V on the list that they actually saw the movies in order to be eligible to
vote for that.
Which made the list of maybe 60 to 70 people who actually voted for the category.
And now basically it goes to all the Academy members.
What is it? The initial process of the 5 nominees still goes the way as it was before. The people of the foreign language branch will view all the movies. Last year we had 71 movies. This is probably the same this year. We have 2 new countries this year.
Who?
One is a returning country, which is Pakistan, and a new country, first time, Saudi Arabia.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, many women in it?
No, Saudi Arabia actually was not able to qualify because in the 1980s, movie theaters were closed down in Saudi Arabia. So in order to have a movie submitted, it had to be in the theaters.
But we banned it, so you couldn't do it. Yeah.
So now, apparently, the movie that has been submitted for the Oscars has been screened in army bases and in closed circles of the royalty. Anyway, so the whole body of the Academy will be able to vote now from the 5 nominees, which will open up the whole race, and it will be also by popular vote. Years where, like, for instance, we had Israeli nominees like Waltz with Bashir, who was a shoo-in to win because it won all the other awards.
I was convinced it was going to win. When Waltz with Bashir, Tony, that's the animated one. Yeah, because I have to make sure Tony knows what I'm talking about. But
aware of that beautiful film.
Beautiful film, but that it won the Globe, right?
The Globe, the Critics' Choice, all the Spirit Awards, and then when it came to the Oscars, the Japanese movie won.
Yeah.
Which nobody has heard about.
I saw that as well.
Nobody has heard about that movie before that night of the Oscars.
And so do we think that's because of the old system, because it was only viewed by, a cadre of 200 and something people?
Well, we're talking about 70 people, 250 eligible. So
now, and there is and before I touch on what this means for the filmmakers themselves, because I think that actually they will have to promote their foreign films more, right?
What will happen now is that the foreign language directors, distributors, producers, etc., will have to join the ranks of the big Hollywood studios and do this whole award season promotion that starts in September.
Wow.
Millions of dollars are spent there.
That's a lot of money to promote.
And it will also mean that a movie that wants to have a chance to win will have to have a U.S. distributor to back them, like Sony Classics movies and stuff like that. So in order to be noticed, I don't know if let's say the Saudi Arabia movie, it's maybe a nice thing that the first time, but I don't know if they have a distributor for the campaign.
Let's touch about
but maybe they have a sheikh to pull in the money.
They probably have more money than somebody that stands behind a movie like Bethlehem, right?
Yes.
And let's say Bethlehem is the Israeli film that I think everybody here in Israel is talking about. It's a semi-thriller, actually, right? And it really says it stands a chance to, lead the race to the Oscars. But the language in there, I mean, there's an issue with that as well, no?
Yes, and we had actually an Israeli movie in 2006 being disqualified, The Band's Visit,
Right.
because apparently there was too much English in it. The year after, the Academy changed the rules, saying that the movie sent by a country does not have to be only by the official language of the country.
No, that was, I think it shows the mechanism behind the business that is Hollywood, even in foreign films, because The Band's Visit was a fabulous film.
And would have won for sure.
We think, right?
Yeah.
I know. I mean, we're going to state what we think in that respect. But what happened there was that they found out that there was too much English, and that came out, and then they pulled it out. And the second one that was running was the Before, right?
Yes. I mean, there was this whole rumors behind the scenes. No one has yet to confirm it, that the director of the Before, Yosef Siedel, actually leaked that information
to be the one in the running.
To the Academy members, saying that there's too much English in that movie, and then they disqualified it.
Nasty business, this filmmaking Hollywood thing, nasty people. But now,
Bethlehem has already an American distributor. It's not a major one. It's Adopt Films. They do art house movies. So hopefully they'll have a campaign, and they understand that. They're already, screened the movie in Toronto on Telluride and are getting a U.S. buzz. I think that Yuval Adler, the director, is very, very strong in his interview, saying this is not a political movie. This is a movie about a relationship between two people.
Why do you think he's saying that? Because people shy away from the conflict, and it is. I mean, listen, it is about the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, for those who don't know, this is a movie about an Israel secret agent and his snitch, so to say,
in
Bethlehem.
Yeah. And it touches on that, but it's also presented as a thriller, right? Maybe to appeal to. I mean, they have to appeal to American audiences to go and actually want to see that, right? To be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's this story, and then if they're smart enough, they will also go with the story that this is a movie of first. Most people involved in this movie, this is their first movie. Yuval Adler is first-time director, the screenwriter's first time, and all the actors are also first-time actors.
And, give them something because we want to keep them in the industry. Thank you, guys. Ron, Tony, as always.